All right,
All
poggers,
right,
both racers starting up. Looks like Gunblade's a little bit ahead here, so we'll slow him down.
pretty clean boot. Oh, that's actually pretty close. Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, definitely gonna call it good on my end. I got the base
I think
boost.
it's literally a frame, like a frame difference, maybe 2, not many.
Turn off the base boost on Hanky's overlay here. Must have been a VC runner last time. I can't stand the darkness of VC, especially on some people's screen. I feel like they turn down the brightness intentionally. Gotta like squint and like pull a flashlight on your monitor to see what's going on.
Yeah, VC is definitely kind of an interesting format, that's for sure. I noticed like Dupe SSB's video is definitely a bit strange comparatively speaking to console and a lot of MU runners and whatnot, but it looks like we're off here and both runners going to nab Lakitu skip. Nakatu skip. Excuse me. But yeah, that's a pretty good start. Both these guys were talking a little bit beforehand, saying they felt pretty ready and pretty adequately prepared for the races today. So we'll see how stuff goes.
I'm guessing there's a bit of smack talk going on too. These guys have a bit of a history, have raced before, and the stakes have never been higher. So we'll see what comes out here. Both players looking pretty calm under pressure so far. Hanky though with a bad angle on the bomb clip.
That's unfortunate, but backs it up pretty nicely so far. We'll be able to see, and looks like we got a raid of 9 coming in with ClassicHanky. Thanks so much for the raid there, buddy. Hope your runs went well.
I think that actually says 8,000.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it does. That does 8,000. Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I want to be a cool cat. Well, lucky for you, there are signups potentially coming out within the next day or so for some potential signings. So keep an eye out for that one.
Always my dream to get signed to a gaming team. But yeah, let's see how this Womps goes. Gunblade just a bit ahead, probably about 10 seconds, I think, is what bomb clip miss loses. And looks like Gunblade here going to be going for cannonless first, and actually going to be electing for the texture setup, albeit a bit slow.
Bit left. He's going to grab the ledge there, maybe. Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that was close. You never really know. Sometimes cannonless is, sometimes it's good, and sometimes Mario does not want to grab that star. But looks like Hanky is going to nail the texture setup, or I'm sorry, the sock folder setup. Didn't really lose a ton of time over Gunblade's texture. Gunblade was just a bit slow on that texture setup, but overall, definitely going to save just a bit of time.
Yeah, going for that wonky left side wild blue that I still don't understand. Grabbing it easy, though.
It's the Australian wild blue. Everything's backwards there. So.
Yeah, that's correct. Sorry, I keep forgetting that he's Australian.
Yeah, so just...
That explains everything.
You know, like, the toilet water spins the other way. Everything is upside down, and you also do wild blue from the opposite side. It's kind of just Australian things.
Very true.
It looks like Gunblade getting up there for the Womp King pretty easily. Hanky's movement looks a bit cleaner than Gunblade's right now. Just a bit, cleaner movement up to the Womp King and whatnot. Not going to make a huge difference, but, just kind of an indicator that Hanky has really been putting in the time to really optimally learning everything. So we'll see how the rest of this Womps goes, but neither runner going for Owless. So looks like we're going to see the Tower Star, and then this is probably the last real difficult part of Womps for these guys.
Yeah, Tower Star's pretty hard. I mean, depending on what strat you go for, both these guys seemingly going to go for the more intermediate setup, which don't blame them. There's a lot of risk involved trying to save a couple seconds on the advanced setup. Pretty easy to just slide down the backside Womp's Fortress and die, which in a race kind of loses you a lot of time, especially in non-LBLJ.
Yeah, not exactly optimal, but looks like both runners not having too much of an issue. I would wager and say that they could probably both go for the more advanced setup there, but just a matter of comfort, and in a race, I totally understand that. But Gunblade gonna be losing just a bit of time here, and so is Hanky. Have not seen many runners doing the backflip owl, which is actually just about a little bit faster than the regular owl, but nevertheless, looks like both of these guys are going to get into the cage and head into CCM, where, you know, it's kind of a sleeper stage, kind of just like a little Dark World waiting room. Unless, of course, you're going for the pro wall kicks, which we can definitely see a death pretty feasibly.
Yeah, I was gonna say that pro wall kick strat is not a good time. I know I died twice in a row to it last night doing my own attempts, so can lose you know, a lot of time. It's like 25 seconds or something every time you miss it.
Yeah, it's literally probably the worst feeling. I'm not trying to lose a run to wall kicks, which is why I have yet to implement that backflip strat into runs. I just, I don't know. It's just a tough one, but looks like we're going for Baby Penguin here first for both these guys, and, you know, both dropping the penguin off to the mother. Pretty cool. And since we're both playing on Japanese, they have the super weird star spawn location. Like, literally, you kind of have to jump on the penguin to get the star. Not really sure how that made it past any sort of QA testing or anything, but nevertheless.
Yeah, definitely an odd placement choice. Seeing the wall kicks out of Gunblade. I was actually watching Timpani stream this game yesterday, and he goes for the craziest wall kick strat ever. He goes for this strat, but he goes for the dive rollout off the edge like he'd be going for pro wall kicks, so he can't kick to back it up if he misses.
So that's actually on the RTA guide, which is kind of crazy.
What?
It is. It is, because I know for a fact it is, because I learned it. And I realize that that's the most ridiculous thing ever, but it is on the RTA guide.
That is awful. That needs
yeah,
to be
you do.
removed
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah, you do the jump dive rollout. And looks like we're synced up here, so Hanky making up a bit of time. Like I said, that movement just looking a little bit cleaner. It is the intermediate strat. I have timed both methods of doing the double jump to the kick back, and then the other one as well. And honestly, like, it's such a negligible difference that I don't really think it matters. I think that for the safety of not, you know, losing your run, I think that it's much more optimal to go for the double jump strat.
Yeah, I've never timed it, but I can't imagine it saves more than 1 second. I would be very surprised if it even saved a second, honestly.
I don't think it does. I think it's a matter of a couple frames, maybe half a second to a second. Really nothing crazy, but yeah, wow. We're seeing here the true difference in movement, like I was saying. Hanky unfortunately did miss a cycle there, so he's gonna unfortunately grab late cycle, but Gunblade lost probably about 2, so he's about 4 seconds behind, maybe a bit more right now. And just overall, Hanky's movement a lot cleaner, but actually struggling with the ending here. Still able to save just a bit of time, or
Ooh.
is he?
Oh no, the switch and the stairs giving him a lot of trouble, and Gunblade just running past him.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Hanky there. Kind of screwed up the ending movement. That was a very clean Dark World, especially for a more beginner runner like Hanky, and yeah, just a bit unfortunate in terms of the ending there. But we're still pretty close in terms of lead here. Gunblade kind of took it back a little bit, but looks like both runners gonna hit the bomb. And yeah, we're gonna head down into basement and see how it goes from there. Basement, kind of chill up until you have to do MIPS clip for the most part. I don't really anticipate seeing too many issues with these runners in SSL or LOL. Just pretty close, and looks like we're gonna have a nice sync there. Wow, pretty incredible sync. Love to see this.
Yeah, a bit of a close race. I mean, we kind of kune it out of the get-go. Both these runners with pretty
Look at
much
that
the same
movement.
skill set.
Literally, like, mirroring each other perfectly. This is great. And unfortunately, Gunblade getting a ledge grab there, just losing just a bit of time, and Hanky nabbing lead again. It shows the importance of optimal castle movement. It might not be the most fun thing to practice. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, Hanky doesn't know either, shaking his head.
Yeah, shaking his head, but just like I said, shows the importance of optimal castle movement. Maybe not the most fun thing to practice, but it will save you time. Like, Hanky, even with that mistake, is only a few frames behind Gunblade just from that optimal castle movement there. And it looks like Hanky just is a bit has copied the RTA guide just a bit more than Gunblade. Gunblade kind of having a couple homebrewed strats, and Hanky
gonna take a death.
Oh no! It looked like both runners there were struggling towards the end, and Hanky unfortunately long jumped quite a bit too far down the pyramid. Would have probably benefited him to just run off the pyramid there. But so it goes. Gunblade taking a lead here in SSL, not super expected in my honest opinion. Didn't really anticipate there being too many issues here, but took a death.
Yeah, that death was definitely not expected. And Derp's face, Gunblade's this is the last qualifier for Group B, so Group B is finished after this, which, good job Group B, everybody scheduling, getting on the ball with it. There's a couple racers who still have not scheduled a match, so I might have to DQ some people soon, but gonna try to be patient.
Yeah, if you can't dedicate the time, don't sign up for the tournament. It's kind of a simple concept.
Yeah, and on the other hand as well, if you have issues with scheduling, please let me know. Don't stay silent about it. I can't help you out with the schedule, or perhaps scheduling offline races, etc. if we have to, if I don't know what's going on. So make sure you guys keep in contact. Very important.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gunblade here heading into HMC, where we perhaps will see. Yeah, we're going to see the probably right side emergency exit. Looks like playing it very safe is Gunblade here, making sure that he's not taking a death or anything. Does have a pretty comfortable lead at this point. Hanky gonna have to kind of get a move on here, and headed for Toad.
Going for Toad first.
Toad first is a bit faster, I believe. Actually, is it not?
No, Toad first is slower.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I haven't timed it personally, but that's coming from the mouth of Tama, the pillarless man himself. So I mean, I'm gonna take his word for it personally. Yeah,
interesting. Thought I had seen it actually save a bit of time, but maybe I'll have to switch that up. Not that I run a lot of
well, it's
16.
faster than 72, I think.
Interesting. Actually, that probably makes a bit of sense since
I would guess 120, but
yeah, since in 120 when you go out of SSL, you head straight for HMC 100. You don't actually get the star from Toad first, so I would assume that it's probably faster to get it from Toad second. So kind of interesting. But yeah, pretty clean HMC so far from both these guys, and Gunblade's heading out and going towards Mip's clip, and we've been saying a lot. Oh, bad RNG.
Yeah, I mean, very avoidable, but taking the bonk and a second
another
bonk.
Piece of bad RNG. Gotta get these coins.
I like him taking the coins there. I've seen so many runners so far in the qualifiers get double bonked by boulders, be on one slice of pie, and then just run past the coins and like risk getting hit by an RNG boulder, and it drives me insane.
It's quite literally crazy to do that.
Very quick clip there from Gunblade, but you can't grab the rabbit. Looked like he might have tried to readjust with the jump, but not going to do so. So losing a bit of time here, giving Hanky some time to catch up. Will he get it second try? Hanky with a bit of a slow grab here, gonna have to do the back up into the corner.
Yeah, and nice job from Gunblade there to get that clip second try, and taking a ground pound for good luck here. And now we are in the Fire C waiting room. That is DDD. And since both runners are on emulator, shouldn't see too many issues here. Hanky kind of struggling to line up this Mips clip. Probably should have gone for it a little bit earlier, I think. I think he had the angle, but just was a bit nervous. And getting the animation skip, I guess, like when you regrab Mips there, I don't really know what to call that, but he clipped through the door pretty much instantaneously, which is not sure if that was intentional, but kind of cool.
Yeah, now entering DDD, but Gunblade already jumping up onto the fin of the sub, so still quite a bit of ground to cover, but BLJs could tie things up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely the great equalizer in Noah BLJ 16 star. It's a pretty I don't want to say simple, I don't want to say easy, but it's a pretty straightforward category where you can really kind of anticipate what could go wrong. So barring any giant mistakes, BLJs are kind of where people start to line up. Looks like Gunblade headed through Fire C here. This cycle that Gunblade is going for is pretty free. So barring any more giant mistakes. Oh, Hanky kind of struggling on the sub here. For the triple jump. Yeah, Hanky will be joining Gunblade into Fire C here, but Gunblade pretty much already done. Just has to make it through, and since Gunblade is not going for this left side movement, it's pretty free from here.
Yeah, taking it easy and Fire C for sure. I'm slurring my words. I promise I have not been drinking yet this evening.
Yet.
Yeah, saving that for after the stream.
Let's see if Gunblade is able to nail this throw here.
Hanky on the edge of
narrowly,
those.
yeah, narrowly avoiding that. Could have gotten trapped underneath, and that would have probably spelled the end for this match, but luckily Hanky avoided that one.
Yeah, Gunblade not missing the Bowser toss, though, so not going to be hemorrhaging time in the fight.
Holy, Hanky almost missed the ledge there. And Hanky can't get these long jumps going, but actually, luckily, narrowly avoids getting hit in the lava.
And that was definitely intentional. The double single jump into the sideways long jump, that's totally intentional. Definitely comfy.
Oh, it had to be. Had to be. That's the strat, right? I mean, we've seen the greats do it. Aki, Zaya, Slippery Nip, they all do the single jump, right? Or not? No. Oh, they don't. And Hanky missing the Bowser throw. That one's unfortunate.
Gunblade upcoming on these BLJs. We'll see how they go. Goes for a bit of a wonky setup, I must say, so wouldn't be surprised to see him miss a few attempts here.
Starts from very, very far up top the stairs, but oh my goodness, clips pretty much instantaneously on that attempt. And Gunblade is headed up toward the 70-star door. And Gunblade kind of has his work cut out for him here. Hanky's really going to have to hustle in order to catch up to Gunblade. Looks like Gunblade is attempting to catch on these stairs, and looks like, it looks like he made it up. And he did make it up. Gunblade here in Dark World. Go ahead, sorry.
Dirtspace apparently has ESP and can tell Gunblade's mashing speed. I'm not sure how. It's pretty impressive.
I mean, Dirtspace perhaps has the Mario mind, just you know, a little bit of step ahead of the rest of us here, able to tell mashing speeds.
Oh my god, Hanky.
That was a great BLJ.
With the Insta Wilco clip there.
And Gunblade falling down from this slope here, but manages to gather himself and kind of continue, but taking a ground pound for good luck here. And we'll see what Gunblade's going to be. Looks like Gunblade's going to be taking the pole gang. We've seen a lot of runners do this strat. It's some interesting movement. It's some interesting homebrew stuff. I don't know how much time it loses over the optimal pole strat, and it looks like Gunblade managing to mash enough times to get up there.
Well, it's got at least 2 extra ledge grabs, so I'd say probably like 3 to 4 seconds slower right off the bat.
Yeah.
It's definitely not something I would suggest in the Goomba with a lot of speed trying to come after him, narrowly avoiding a bop there. But into the Bowser pipe. ClassicHanky not too far behind. We'll see how these throws go.
That Goomba perhaps paid off by ClassicHanky or someone in ClassicHanky's chat, because that was Hanky, what are we gonna do here? Gotta go for the optimal woodblock strat, and you tell that he's not very well versed in it. You gotta be careful here. So if you go too far over this triangle polygon, you could absolutely fall between.
Gunblade missing a Bowser toss.
Yeah, it's possible that if Gunblade misses another throw, maybe 2, you could see ClassicHanky come back, but that one is good for Gunblade, so that's 1.
This throw should be very close for him, so it shouldn't be a problem, and gonna knock it out.
Oh, that was 2, I'm sorry.
Gunblade gonna knock out the first race here with the victory. You'll love to see it.
Yeah, not super far off of his PB time either. Pretty solid, gonna be finishing up here with it's like a 1920, so 1919, so pretty solid on Gunblade's end there, and great first race. Unfortunately for Hanky, just had a couple errors that were just a bit too large to really make a comeback here. But I mean, the beginning of the race was very, very close, so I anticipate this one going to 3.
Yeah, I agree. Hanky here on his last throw. I mean, even with all the deaths. Oh, I was gonna say it's still just seconds apart, but Hanky throwing another toss into the abyss. A lot of gang activity in the chat right now.
Looks like Hanky's gonna finish up here. With a, looks like to be 2013. So about a 50 seconds separating these two, but you know, like I said, very close to begin with. So I definitely anticipate this one going the full 3. So hopefully, you know, we can see that happen.
Yeah, not a bad first match. See if we can get the second one started here shortly. I know Hanky's probably not happy with that time. You just got a no reset like 1930 or something right before this run, so I'm sure he's scratching his head a little bit, wondering what happened, but what's going on, Hero?
Yeah, just a couple unfortunate mistakes. Really, honestly, started in basement. That SSL death was just a lot to overcome, but hopefully Hanky can shake that off and come back here in the second match and take one over Gunblade.
Yeah, whenever you guys are ready, just let me know, either in the chat or verbally, whichever works best.
Yeah, I'm good to go, dude.
Alright, Gunblade's ready to go. Hanky's ready to go, so we'll start this countdown. Get this party started. Do a little bit of cleanup here.
Wait, hold on, sorry. I forgot to reset my game file, sorry.
You're good.
Come on, Hanky, get it together, mate.
Yo, that was a good first race, bro.
Yeah, you too, dude. They were both banging runs.
Alright, good luck. I'm ready now.
Alright, so get the countdown started. On go, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Had to put a little bit of delay on there to throw them off. You don't want to get too comfortable, you know?
Can't have anybody, God forbid, they're comfortable or ready to play. You know, gotta keep the runners on their toes here.
I mean, they've done a few races now. You gotta start throwing some curveballs in. Have some cheat preventions for perhaps make them go for Owlus, or else it's a cheated run, get disqualified.
It is now a 120 run. Go.
Alright. It's about as synced as it can get, I think. Is this 16? Oh, this is 16, yes. True.
It is what? It's 16. I had no idea.
Wait, is this how you start?
Listen, man, they just pay me and they just tell me when to show up, and I just show up and I just do my thing.
So you like get paid good to do this, or what? I'm sure you must, like, there's lots of viewers in the chat, so you get paid like $100 a match or something, right?
It's actually more than that, believe it or not. It's quite. I'm able to sustain a 4-family household with my commentating ability here. It's quite enjoyable. It looks like Gunblade gonna be unfortunately missing Lakitu skip. Tides are turning. Yes, Schnaz, I'm polygamous. What are you gonna say about it, buddy? I have 4 families.
I mean, isn't it just one big family? Come on.
You're right. And looks like Hanky here speeding over to the bomb. Going for bomb clip, obviously. What else would you do here? Getting looks like a medium bomb, but luckily getting the clip there last time had a bit of an unfortunate angle and wasn't able to clip through. And Gunblade with a small bomb here, but he's able to get through as well.
Wait, I thought it was called Clippy.
It is. It is called
okay.
Clippy.
That's the technical term, I think.
Clippy is actually totally fine. I thought it was called Clippy first.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Honestly, it triggers me. People
Clippy
call it
clip.
Clippy.
Can I call it Clippy clip?
No. Yeah, Skippy
Okay.
is even worse.
Skippy is quite much worse. And looks like chat is pretty rowdy tonight. I'm not really sure what's in the water in this chat, but it seems like everyone's a little bit extra tonight. But ClassicHanky nailing that sock folder setup, and Gunblade again going for the texture. Just went a bit faster.
No.
Fortunately, gonna miss. and having to back it up with Wild Blue, and we'll see. Still going for this Australian Wild Blue setup.
Yeah, well, Gunblade's got himself deafened, so he can't hear our words, our cries. You know, might be a little bit unfair, honestly. I mean, ClassicHanky's being a trooper. He's got his webcam on. He's listening to the commentary. Gunblade's over here in a dark room. He's got his shades pulled. Only his Mario screen is on. No outside influences.
It's kind of sad when you phrase it like that. And Gunblade nailing that second texture setup, but unfortunately going to lose just probably closer to maybe 10-12 seconds there. And yeah, Hanky definitely running away with this in Womps here so far, as he was able to nail Lakitu skip as well, which Gunblade missed. So if I had to take a guess, I would say Hanky's probably about 20 seconds ahead. I think Adam Ferrari needs to be banned right now. Cost Adam Ferrari $0.00 to make that comment. Looks like Hanky here going for this Tower Star. Looking a bit better. Having to readjust that angle there. But overall, pretty solid so far. And this is looking to be on par for a sub 5 Womps out of Hanky. So this is definitely a bit better than Hanky was able to achieve last time here in Womps, and probably definitely the run that he wanted originally. He said he was feeling pretty decent before the match started. So maybe a little bit of these nerves are kind of wearing off, and Hanky's able to perform a bit better here. Going for the ground pound, losing a bit of time.
I think
with a 453 Womps, not bad. Go ahead.
I think it's more of an honor thing. He doesn't want to lose 2 matches in a row, go 2-0 to his buddy Gunblade. I mean, that'd be pretty embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. I'd feel pretty bad myself.
Definitely, embarrassment could be the motivator here for Hanky, but Hanky's doing quite well. Making some funny faces at the camera. Gunblade going to be exiting here at 5:19. So quite a large difference so far, almost about a 30-second lead. Pretty close to maybe 25, so really solid start from ClassicHanky here. You know, in a race scenario, if I got a 453 Womps, I'd be pretty excited, honestly. It's a pretty good time.
I honestly have no sort of, like, gauge for how good that is anymore. It's been, like, I don't know, 2 years since I really ran this category, so...
Yeah, Hanky having some trouble with the star. I mean, I would say like a good start for Womps would be like a 445 to like a 450. I would say is like pretty fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was very close from Gunblade there. Almost missing the almost smacking into that wall. That would have been quite the unfortunate death, but luckily managed to avoid that one there as Hanky grabs these wall kicks. Wall kicks do indeed work for Hanky right now.
Yeah, we'll see how he does in Dark World. He's on a pretty fat pace right now. Wants to keep that up for sure, but can't pull any shenanigans like he did last run in Dark World.
Yeah, that ending was quite unfortunate. Definitely netted him quite a large time loss, but the movement before that actually looks pretty solid. Was able to hit normal cycle. And Gunblade missing the wall kicks a little bit, but overall, they work quite fine. Hanky making a very late dive there. That was very close. Thought he was going to go off the edge, but managed to avoid that. Very, very early to that normal cycle there is Hanky, so definitely quite on par with the last bit of movement, but unfortunately getting amped there. Gunblade takes a ground pound, just for good luck, though. Looks like Hanky can make normal here. Going to be a bit close. Not sure if he's going to risk it, yeah. Probably not worth it in a race setting to risk that there. If you're not super comfortable with it immediately, if you're not used to having the cycle be that tight, probably not really worth taking a, 30-some-odd second death.
Yeah, that move
Again!
is-
Oh my goodness, Hanky! Holy! Having some trouble here with the ending yet again. It can't line this angle up. For some reason, going for the side flip instead of double wall kicks, but almost getting bopped by the Goomba. Oh my goodness. Hanky might have to go back to the lab after this.
no.
And Gunblade gonna take a death. Looks like the long jump got eaten.
Looks
Perhaps
like-
the Z press didn't get pressed.
I'm not sure if Anky's watching. It looks like he's watching, but seemed to have a little bit of a reaction to that death there. Gunblade not having a good time in Dark World this time. Going for the spin around.
Gunblade has been doing that pretty consistently for that Suki movement. It's kind of hilarious.
Oh my god. What is
Get
this
that-
movement?
This movement is insane. It's so insane. And he does a long jump up the
It's-
thing too.
I don't like it. It's unnecessarily risky. It's just it's kind of flashy, but at the same time, dude, not saving time. So I don't know.
If anything, he's losing quite a bit of time, honestly. But yeah, I mean, hey, if you're having fun playing the game, then by all means, you do you.
So
I
those-
have no idea what cycle he's on right now.
Those double amps were actually for comfort. They're actually to get the right cycle here, as well as that
Ah.
ledge grab. That ledge grab was 100% intentional.
I'm inclined to agree with that one there. Looks like Hanky headed down here in the basement. And yeah, Hanky's definitely looking a lot better this match. And hopefully we'll not have a repeat of the unfortunate Talon Star death, which it wasn't like a super. I mean, that kind of death in Talons is common, but it's not exactly what you'd expect to see from somebody with an 1823. You know,
Yeah,
he doesn't hold back on A at all. Looks like he holds A the whole time and goes really far forward on the pyramid.
I mean, most people would reset if they die in Dark World in 16 star. It's pretty common. It's kind of a given, unless you're forcing no resets.
Yeah, I mean, even on if you say it's a no reset, like a death in Dark World is just very punishing. It's like, I would say, and more demoralizing than anything too. It's just it's a tough stage, and you know, I don't knock anybody for playing it safe. I won't even go for anything crazy. If I miss Shig in a 70 or 120 run, then so be it. It's not worth, you know, taking a death like 20 minutes or, you know, not 20, but 10 minutes into a run in 70.
I think he's going to be grabbing these red coins. Gunblade hasn't even entered SSL yet. A huge deficit for him in this race so far. He needs to hope for some sort of miracle. He wants to come back in this one, I think.
Yeah, definitely don't want to count anybody out, but with the way the Hanky's playing right now, it's pretty consistent and pretty quick. No real major mistakes that we've seen yet out of Hanky. So would be curious to see his splits and where he's at in terms of PB. Because, I mean, with an 1823 and this movement, I wouldn't be super surprised if he managed to nab a PB at some point in this tournament. Looks like Gunblade also getting Talon Star. No issues there. Kind of hit the edge of the pyramid. And Hanky goes for this left side, which, yes, it is RTA like faster for the most part. It's super risky. I don't know, Saren, do you do left side on emergency exit?
I do the right side, but I mean,
Yeah.
left side's not too bad as long as you practice it. I definitely don't like telling people like learn left side, but I mean, if someone feels comfortable with it, might as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It just depends on kind of what you learn. I'm definitely more comfortable with the right side. Right side is faster, in theory, but not a lot of people are able to do it faster. I think even Aki does left side, so...
Yeah, in my opinion, like double jumping into a wall and then doing a wall kick is much easier than doing a triple jump wall kick over a pit, but...
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know.
there's really nothing you can do to like avoid that death when it starts to happen.
Yeah, unless you get really lucky, you like slide around the outskirts and get some random dive roll out in the right direction, but... Left side is negligibly faster, are you sure? Because I'm
It's not true.
900% certain that it is not.
It is in... Right side is in theory is faster, but it's very difficult to execute it to actually make it faster, so most runners just elect to do left side.
To be
Majority
honest,
like that.
to be honest, I haven't looked at the spreadsheet in probably like a year, so my information might be a little bit outdated, but for the longest time, it's been right side is faster by barely anything.
Yeah, it's really not even worth the conversation. It's so negligible, but
We talk
really
about it
just
all the
depending
time,
on-
though. We talk about it pretty much every series.
we definitely do talk about it every single time. Not really much to talk about in HMC. It's a pretty straightforward stage, but yeah, we do mention it pretty much every single time. You're not wrong there.
Hanky and DDD now going to be going towards the sub. Of course,
Hopefully no issues.
Both players on that emulator, so no lag involved.
Out of curiosity, did Bailey fix her emulator thingy? Okay. So that was an issue that I'd never had heard of. I don't know if you want to go into that for some newer runners that are on emulator that might have the same issue.
If you have lag in DDD and you play on emulator, please contact me. I will help you. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I never noticed that, but sometimes I was like, man, why are they lagging? Like, they shouldn't be lagging, and now I finally know the answer to that. But looks like Hanky here is running through Fire Sea. Not really sure what the deal is with this side flip wall kick. It's definitely not any faster than like a lava, getting burned by the lava, but...
I think it's like a pride thing. You don't want to take damage intentionally.
Classic Hanky, I'm too good to take damage in Mario. See how it is.
Although I think he does the burn strat in Lava Land Red, so I'm not sure. I don't think he usually even does that. I think he's just seen it been done before, because he kind of shrugged like he didn't know what the hell was going on there.
Yeah, like a poverty ultimate Fire Sea movement. But all in all, like, Classic Hanky's whatever. We'll move past it. But getting through Fire Sea didn't miss a cycle, so you know that's what's really important on those Bowser stages. As long as you're hitting the cycles you need to, you're totally fine. Mr. Man definitely needs to chill out in the chat. Mr. Man likes to pop off in these chats. But Gunblade, quite far behind.
What is Gunblade doing?
Yeah, not really sure.
Why is it Mario Camp?
Yeah, I've never seen this before.
Oh my lord.
My brain.
Okay.
But yeah, we're out of there.
Into BLJs. How will these BLJs go? I don't want to jinx it. I know Hanky might be listening, might have his ears on. But this pace is pretty hot.
It's definitely a pretty spicy pace.
This is like sub 18 pace potentially.
Yeah, I believe that I want to say one of my PBs, it was like a low 18, had like a 1629 BLJ entrance or something like that.
Oh,
so it's
connecting on the BLJs in the first go around, but not following through with the mash, unfortunately. All right.
That one's good.
No.
Oh no! That was a great BLJ. It's unfortunate.
Now his camera's a little bit cursed. All right, through,
What?
not
Still
too
gets
bad.
through.
Definitely on a decent pace. I don't know how good his BLJs were in his PB, but he's still on a pacer.
I would say if he gets in there by 1630, he definitely has a shot at a low 18.
So it looked like he had a good angle there. He might have been holding left a little bit, it feels like, but making it up pretty fast.
And this is still a decent pace to get into here at 1635-ish. If he's able to nail the ending in these throws, I would say a PB is possible. Not sure if it's extremely likely at this point. Those BLJs were a bit rough, but all in all,
dive good. Gunblade on the other hand, nailing that Fire Sea toss. Gonna be joining his buddy in the BLJs and Sky soon, but Hanky with a fat lead.
Yeah, absolutely nutty lead right now with Hanky. He definitely managed to clean up the gameplay quite well. I'm still unsure about this.
Okay, the triple jump dive is good.
Yes, there we go. So that probably lost only like a second or something as opposed to the regular setup. So good job from Hanky there to kind of clean up that movement a little bit. And yeah, the Goomba looks totally fine. That long jump connects very well. And Hanky's going to be headed into throws here.
He's possible. It's so close, though. He has to have pretty much gold throws here.
Yeah, no, definitely. It has to be some GTM level one spin throws, some flixer throws. And that one's good. Nice regrab there from Hanky. That one looks good as well. And yeah, PB is absolutely on the table. If he can hit this throw, it's a PB.
Yes!
That is a PB. Very, very
He's
close.
so surprised.
It'll be about a 3-second
No,
PB.
it's a PB for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go. What a god.
Possibly sub 18-20.
Nah.
21. Nice. That is great. Well,
Clutching it
congratulations
out.
to Hanky. Yeah, what a clutch.
Even with the BLJs being a bit wonky, still keeping it together, maintaining composure. You love to see it.
Absolutely, those throws were fantastic. You know, really nice regrabs and all that. So congratulations to Hanky for not only the W but the PB as well. It's very exciting to see. And you know, with those errors in the BLJs, just goes to show that Hanky definitely has a lot of PB potential. Definitely sub 18 potential.
Yeah, definitely could have been that run. Could be any run.
Could be the next one. Who knows? Back-to-back PBs, perhaps. No pressure though.
Yeah, we will be going to a game number 3.
As predicted, honestly, it was that first match was too close. You know, these PBs are too tight for us to not see a game 3 and as expected. But Hanky looking pretty good, looking really, really solid. And Gunblade unfortunately kind of had a bit too many errors here. That Dark World Death really threw a wrench in the in things. But yeah, game 3 should be very exciting as well as Gunblade hits his first throw, and that one looks good. And unfortunately misses the regrab, but a low 20 is still possible. So long as he hits this throw, looks like we're gonna have, yeah, a very low 20. Not bad, not a bad run from Gunblade, in all honesty. With all those mistakes, getting a low 20 like this is pretty solid.
I just had a crazy ending, man. I just golded my BLJs and my Sky.
Did you
Congrats.
see Hanky's run?
Yeah, he was 1 second. Was he 1 second off his PB?
No, he PB by 2 seconds.
By 2 seconds.
Oh, what the fuck? Get out.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. Holy shit.
Thank you, thank you.
Man, the big boy in the saloon. Look at him.
Oh, dude, my first BLJ sucked.
Dude, I just golded my BLJs and my Sky. Like, I died in Dark World, and that kind of screwed me as far as the race went. And then, yeah, when I got to the end game, I got first go BLJs and golded that, and then just Sky was just like smooth, and I golded that as well. I got perfect throws. It was like I was so happy with my ending.
Bring down that sum.
Crazy. Oh, we knew it was gonna be the Clash of the Titans today.
Oh
so
yeah, game two.
it wouldn't be so if it wasn't gonna go down to a deciding round.
I love it.
Congrats on the PB though, man. Like,
Thank you, man.
that's a Moby Huge if I've never seen one before.
Oh yeah, man. Big shout out to Moby Huge. If you're watching, huge shout out, Moby Huge. Love you.
Moby Huge. Just they're not the sponsor for this tournament, but maybe next time, maybe Sarah might be able to do some networking and hook them up.
I still
hope
have
so.
no idea what that means.
All right, well, I guess
I'm ready for
I guess
game
I better
three.
reset and get ready. 1 sec, I'll just do the whole wipey swipey and get ready to boo boo.
All right, good luck, Blad.
Yeah, good luck, dude. Good luck on the big decider.
Yes, let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready.
All right, we'll get counted down here. So on go, guys. Once more, the final decider match. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Bull Purry, thank you for the host. Appreciate it.
me, Mario.
All right, folks. Game 3. It is 1 for Gunblade and 1 for Hanky. And yeah, this is the deciding match. Hanky with a nice 2-second PB. And yeah, this is the one. Any predictions here, Sarah?
I got nothing.
I'm feeling Hanky for this one, in all honesty. Sorry, Gunblade, if you're listening, but honestly, I think that Hanky's playing super hot right now. I think he's definitely found his stride. That first game, maybe a bit of tournament nerves or something, but that second match was very, very solid, and I definitely anticipate seeing some similar kind of gameplay out of this one. So we'll see here. We're gonna kick it off into Lakitu skip. Both runners having the same sort of Lakitu skip setup, and again, it's a repeat of last match. Gunblade missing the Lakitu skip, but Hanky nailing it. And I think that Hanky's just kind of on fire, honestly.
Yeah, making up for not selecting the file in time. He actually delayed on the screen for like a second or two, but
Oh, wow.
nailing that Lakitu skip, gonna save him some time. We'll see how the bomb clip goes. We did see him miss game 1, I believe, wasn't it? That he missed the bomb clip.
Was game 1, but angle is just ever so slightly off. But looks like this one is a small bomb, but oh, I think that first angle would have worked, unfortunately.
Both players missing it though. The Clippy proving a little bit difficult. Hanky can't even grab the bomb. He's gonna go for the pole here.
Yeah, that was
back up at this point.
That one was definitely a bit took his time with that bomb, but yeah, going for the pole. Not a huge time loss, not a huge deal, folks. It's like Hanky will not be too far behind here.
It definitely didn't look used to taking that pole there. Looked a little bit confused, maybe turned around once he got out of that cutscene, stood there for a minute.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that you're not used to really having to do. Very important to learn your backups in these races, you know, just making sure that you know what to do if things go wrong. Because we're used to just smacking the reset button. But in a race scenario, that is not, it's not cool. Can't do that. So yeah, Hanky maybe, you know, back to the drawing board after this match and learn a bit of backups, but it's not over yet, folks.
Oh, the ground pound.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But Gunblade nailing the texture setup there, and that one looks pretty good. And Hanky looks pretty all right in this setup. That camera change was a bit weird, but nailing that sock folder.
Spirit apparently making the rules and regulations for the Cool Cat Gang. I'm not sure if he has the authority, but I mean, it's pretty authoritative in the chat right now. He's laying down the law.
Yeah, definitely pretty confident. It's Mr. Spirit is here, making the rules. I don't know. My contract says nothing of the sort, and you know, I'm kind of the one that's chilling in the booth right now and making money for it. So I don't know if I'm gonna really listen to that. So I think I'm gonna lean into the whole Hanky thing here now. So let's just say go Classic Hanky. Gunblade taking a bit of a alternate movement up to the Womp there. And Hanky making up a bit of time.
Yeah, not too far off now, about a quarter Womp fight away. As long as Hanky stays on top of the Womp King here.
Yeah, Hanky definitely making up a bit of time here, but Gunblade just a bit in the lead. And this is a pretty solid Womps here from Gunblade so far, though, I would say. You know, had a bit of a rough one last time, but this one definitely seems to be quite a bit better. So we'll see what he decides to exit here with. It's going to be definitely a 5-minute time, but unfortunately taking a slide.
Trying to give the Piranha Plant a kiss too, but that Piranha Plant's kind of angry. He just got woken up from a nap. Doesn't want that Mario 11.
Unfortunately not, and looks like Hanky is going to catch up here.
All of a sudden, the sync is real.
Yeah, love to see it. It's unfortunate that GSA isn't really as active anymore, because those sync emotes were like super cool. I love to see those in chats.
I've been hearing some legends from the GSA Discord that there is some sort of tournament happening maybe kind of soon, possibly TM. Don't quote me on that.
I may or may not know nothing about that.
Yeah, I definitely don't know anything, but I've heard some rumors being tossed around. So potentially some Mario 64, maybe, hopefully. I'm really hoping it's not Mario 35 again, but you know, maybe a Fall Guys tournament.
Fall Guys tournament, Punkation would be definitely interested in that.
Yeah, personally, I'd have to turn my brain off for that one, but I mean, there's a lot of Fall Guys happening right now. This is the hype.
Hey, I mean, we'll take those with GSA. Anything to get some nice GSA tournaments back. But I mean, who needs GSA when you have the Cool Cat 16-star Open Season 1? Am I right?
I kind of stopped listening, honestly. My brain stopped functioning for a second. But yes, Cool Cat Gang, Ultimate Gamer Alliance, all that.
Looks like Hanky here gonna be taking up a bit of time. Getting a little bit of a lead over Gunblade. Gunblade kind of struggling with the Penguin Star there, but not too large of a lead. Hanky's definitely got to still hustle, but Gunblade has proven that it is more than possible for him to take a match. I think it really comes down to, getting through Dark World optimally, and I think that BLJs are also pretty important so far. Other than that, these guys have been reasonably consistent, I would say, in the rest of the stages.
Yeah, definitely the Bowser stages. I can honestly see a death happening in Fire Sea for either player as well. There's a lot of places where you can make mistakes and small mental errors that just turn it from a good Fire Sea into a death really fast.
Yeah, Fire Sea is definitely a rough stage for sure, especially when you're counting on a certain cycle. When you're running against a PB with, like, say, early Ellie's Lava Boost cycle or whatever in 70. It's definitely it turns into less of a stage where you can possibly save time, and more of a stage where, like, you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna lose time here, and that's not a good feeling going into something like a Bowser stage like that. But here we are kicking off our Dark World, and Hanky looking pretty decent. Very YOLO-y kind of box, getting out of the box there, but I think this is that Shig.
No, he's a little bit behind. He turned a little bit going up to I think he was like one elevator behind.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's tough to tell sometimes, especially when you got two racers on the screen.
Well, actually, he's going for Poverty Shig, so I don't actually know that. This might
I'm not really sure.
But definitely not anymore. Missing that coin there. Missing it again.
Oh, another cycle.
What is he doing?
And he's just going to sit here and wait, apparently.
Man. Hanky having some mental problems on these pyramids. A little bit of uncomfortableness. Letting Gunblade catch up.
Yeah, this is really the stage for Hanky to kind of start to steal the lead. Hanky's Dark World definitely a lot cleaner. And Hanky having so many issues with this ending here. Is not very confident. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with the camera, because it looks like Hanky see rights twice going towards the ending there, and a lot of players see left twice. Not really sure if that has anything to do with it. I never tried the right camera angle, but yeah, it looks like both runners here into this throw, and Hanky gets it. And Gunblade, unfortunately, is gonna come up a bit short and to the right, but not a huge deal.
Yeah, I definitely think Hanky was just waiting for his friend on those pyramids. It's kind of like, you're out and about, you see your buddy walking down the street, and you just kind of like wait for him for a little bit. It's kind of the same scenario. Don't want to leave your pals behind.
Pretty nice guy. And looks like we are headed into basement here. And Hanky just a bit ahead here, and I would say, I don't know exactly how much time, but probably about 10 seconds, maybe a bit more. And let's see if Hanky can handle this Talon Star. Like we said, at the first race had a bit of an issue with the ending here, but I think that regardless of the outcome here, I think these guys can be proud of the performance so far. You know, there's been a couple of mistakes, but nothing crazy. But I will say that if they're trying to improve, I think that this is a really good opportunity to look back on these races. That was very scary. Hey, Gunblade has done that like every time. But as I was saying, I think this is a good opportunity. It would be a good opportunity for them to look at these races and see where they're losing time. Because they're definitely, I've noticed so far, a couple sections that both runners could clean up that I think would help them so much. And Hanky here into LLL, just a bit ahead of Gunblade, and we'll see how far ahead that Hanky is here. Maybe I'll go ahead and see exactly when the star touches. It looks like an 11:04 star touch for Hanky. So we got about an 11-second difference, so nothing insurmountable for Gunblade, as Hanky here heads into HMC. Gonna grab the Toad Star first, and apparently lose a little bit of time, which I was not aware of.
Hanky gonna be grabbing the Toad Star first against Gunblade, just dipping straight into HMC, getting started. It's looking almost like he has the lead, but of course 1 star down.
Yeah, apparently that Toad is a bit slower, getting Toad first, rather, I should say. And yeah, both grabbing emergency exit almost the same time, but as we've stated, Gunblade still has a star to go in picking up this Toad. It is a quick star, but...
Yeah, Hanky saved a lot of time over Gunblade and just that star, getting that good left side movement compared to the homebrew side flip setup out of Gunblade, taking a lot of time there.
Yeah, the side flip is definitely a decent backup if you miss the angle for the double jump wall kick, but it definitely is not, that angle is not going to work for Hanky there. But yeah, the side flip strat, definitely you're guaranteed losing time there. And Gunblade, I don't know, oh my goodness, what a lucky rollout. Kind of like what you were saying last match, where if you end up in that sort of toilet bowl looking thing, sometimes you can get on a polygon that just allows you to roll out for whatever reason. And Gunblade, very lucky there. That was a very possible to die there.
Ooh.
And
Gunblade almost catching up here, honestly.
yeah, with a looks like Hanky. That's a pretty good MIPS clip from Hanky though. Gunblade seems to have the edge with the MIPS clip. It seems like Gunblade's a little bit more confident in his MIPS clip as opposed to ClassicHanky. But unfortunately, that one missing. Oh, going for that backup, but unfortunately not able to get that one. That was a quick one, but this is what Gunblade has to do. He has to kind of be a little bit more risky. He definitely is behind. So I think that
I don't know. I mean,
it wasn't a bad call.
That angle was really bad. You never want to have a left-looking angle on that door when you're going for MIPS clip. It's like asking to not be able to grab it, and that looks almost too far to the right, but it does connect. So apparently, I know nothing.
Sometimes 16 star is so weird. Sometimes sometimes things work when they shouldn't, and sometimes they don't when they should, and it's strange. I think Hanky can save a lot of time fixing up this sub-star. Going for the triple jump is a bit strange. I mean, you don't see it that often, obviously, because of console lag and whatnot, but I think that Hanky could definitely save a bit of time in DDD, just cleaning up that strat a little bit. But Hanky headed into Fire Sea here, and hopefully no issues. Been pretty clean Fire Sea so far, or for the past couple races with Hanky, and going for this side flip strat. That one looks good. Sometimes you clip through the pole, and that's what happened there, but all in all, not a big deal, as Hanky's just going for this normal cycle. And gonna be there pretty early to this cycle. Just gonna do a bit of waiting here, and Gunblade gonna be joining him very shortly. But Gunblade, almost an entire Fire Sea behind. This is definitely not where you want to be if you're Gunblade.
Hanky looking really comfortable on that left side movement.
Not sure how much time that saves in MU. I haven't really looked at Noah BLJ for a long time. I was under the impression that didn't save any time in MU, but I would assume it probably does.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't save much time, but it does look pretty cool.
It does. I'm going to be nailing the throw this time. Hanky had a bit of an issue. I believe it was 2 races ago with that throw, but going to nail it this time. And Gunblade going to be headed into the fight soon as well, but Hanky's headed out of here and going up for these BLJs. This is a pretty good run from Hanky so far. It's definitely a bit behind the actually it's kind of a similar pace. I think he managed to get these BLJs. He managed to get into the pipe at 16:35.
He's about 30 seconds behind. You got to keep in mind how bad that bomb on Battlefield went.
Yeah, that's right. It's definitely these matches tend to kind of blend together. Not gonna lie, they're so quick that they just kind of start to, like I said, blend together. But let's see how these BLJs go. Fortunately, not connecting there is Hanky, but kind of got to hustle. Gunblade is definitely headed up.
One thing to note is if you don't have enough momentum, you cannot get a BLJ. So even if you hit that first stair, if you're not moving back far enough, you're not going to connect no matter what. I think it might actually reduce the frames you can get it at some point, but I don't know. Hard to say. BLJ is very confusing.
Double ground pound for good luck there with Hanky, but getting some speed pretty fast and gets up there, makes it past that little barrier. Hanky's headed up here into Dark World, and Gunblade's still struggling with this first BLJ here. Hanky definitely in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, this guy is definitely for everything right now. Needs to make it through without any major issues. So far looking good. Triple jump dive, no issues. See how the pole movement goes.
Yeah, and Gunblade's still struggling.
Yeah, he's having some issues on these BLJs right now. Third face, again, knowing exactly how many times the A-press are coming through. Apparently there's an input display somewhere I'm missing. Not really sure where that information is coming from.
And Gunblade managed to get through that 50-star, headed towards the 70 now. Unfortunately, it might be too little too late, as Hanky is headed in for some throws here. Still possible to sub 19. Sub 19. Kind of unlikely at this point. But, yeah, looking at a low to mid 19 here is Hanky, and that's not a bad race time either. Definitely would get you decently far, especially during these early qualifiers. But Hanky looking good.
Gunblade about a minute 15 behind here going into Sky, so Hanky's going to have a complete meltdown here. Gunblade wants any chance of taking this win.
Actually, and this looks like it can actually sub 19, so long as he gets this last throw.
No,
and that one's going to miss, unfortunately.
It still would have been really close. I don't know if it would have been a sub 18, honestly, or sub 19.
It's 15 seconds from when Bowser hits. So I usually just gauge it. If the throw hits at 45, then you're probably going to be very close. But yeah, nevertheless, congrats to ClassicHanky on the W for this set with Gunblade. And Hanky really clutched out these past 2 races. Did very, very well.
Oh, my God.
Oh no. I don't know how to feel about this one.
A little bit of BM at the end there.
Yeah. But yeah, Hanky taking the W over Gunblade here, and well played.
Okay.
That one's wow. I would have bet anything that wasn't gonna hit.
Yeah, the hitboxes are pretty generous on those bombs.
That one looks good also. So not a bad time by Gunblade either, pulling out 2 low 20s. But yeah, Hanky going to be moving forward. Or actually, they're both moving forward, but Hanky with a slightly better seed, I believe. Is that how this is working?
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, man?
GG's,
Yo.
Hanky. GG's.
Good games.
Yo. Ooh, what did you finish with, man? What was your time on that last one?
That was in 1921.
Oh, dude, bangers and mash.
Oh yeah. Could have been a little bit quicker, but I had to get you back for doing a bit of taunting on that first race. I'm not gonna forget that.
Yeah. Nah, that was lots of fun, dude. I golded again my end game. I got stuck on BLJs this time, but I golded again. So my sum of best has dropped like 20 seconds since our races.
Oh, good shit, dude.
Crazy,
win.
man. I love this. I love these races where it pushes everybody, like, and we just get better and better.
It really does. Like before the first race, no one in my chat was letting me know where you were, and I was like, guys, it's okay. Please let me know where he is. Like that's what motivates me to push harder. You know?
Yeah, that's what I don't have the stream open, but I just kind of gathered from like my chat and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, I'm losing because they're all like giving me hearts and shit in the middle of the race. I'm just like, oh yeah, okay. It's like no one's hyped up, so I'm losing.
Oh, man.
I just see my viewer count slowly rise.
Oh, crazy, dude, crazy. Good games though, man. Congrats on the PB in a race too, dude.
Thank you.
I don't know how you guys do that. I'm like a nervous wreck when I race, so
Oh, I was very
like-
nervous, but oh yeah.
it's like an impossibility for me.
Yeah, huge congrats on the PB too, Hanky. That was a pretty big flex getting a PB in the race there.
Thank you. Felt good. I was a little bit nervous going to that third race. My adrenaline was still kind of pumping. It caused me to miss bomb club 2 times in a row, and I had to wake up the chomp. It was very embarrassing, I must say.
Yeah.
After getting that PB, waking up the chomp is it's not pretty.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough
hell yeah.
transition.
All right, well, I'll get back to my stream, and thank you again, Saren, for hosting the tournament and letting us race.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you guys joining up. Both of you obviously moving on to the main bracket. Let you know when I know who you're playing. Got a couple more matches to go in the qualifiers. Actually, quite a few. Let's see here. Got at least 2, 4. Yeah, we have like 10 or 12 matches left, honestly. Juke, C, and D are kind of slacking. Might have to light some fires, but...
Oh,
appreciate you
that's
guys
good.
being
That
in.
gives Hanky and I a chance to maybe catch some of these sub-friggin' 17 poggers that are on the main bracket.
Yeah, good luck with that. I think anybody that gets out of these qualifiers is going to have a rough time in the main bracket, but
Yep, it's gnarly.
but for sure, appreciate you guys being here. Collins, thank you for being on for comms again.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hanky, are you going to keep streaming?
Might keep going for maybe a couple more runs. I was close to PBing by even better by the second race, so I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling hot.
All right, well, we'll throw the Raiders on your way. Appreciate everybody stopping by in the chat. Make sure you guys follow the Cool Cat Gang on Twitter as well as YouTube if you want to catch all the VODs. I know somebody was saying earlier, please add blank space or whatever at the end of races. I would literally have to download all the VODs and then render out each video, and so it would add like 45 minutes of time to every single VOD I have to do, so unfortunately I'm not going to be doing that. If you want to watch the VODs on YouTube, I highly recommend not staring at the time counter and hovering your mouse over the video. That would probably be the best method. But yeah, maybe in the future, I don't know. Alright, I got your stream up now, so I'm gonna go ahead and raid off. Hanky, congrats again on your PB, and we'll see you guys whenever the qualifier main bracket starts.